What's going on, guys? Your boy Gamers Going here today to talk about the Go Home edition of Monday Night Raw. The show it improved from last week. I'm not going to say anything against the show. It did a whole lot better than it did last week. The start to the show, I did not like it. The start to the show was not entertaining. The start of the show came on, and there was 8 ladders in the ring, and each competitor from Monday Night Raw that was participating in each Money in the Bank ladder match, both the women and men, were standing on the ladder arguing. Kurt Angle came out, and then he basically talked about what it means to win Money in the Bank. And then Baron Corbin comes on out, Constable Baron Corbin, doing his job. I like Baron Corbin. He told Kurt Angle that he doesn't want to disappoint Stephanie, and he needs 2 contracts brought back to Monday Night Raw. And then obviously we have Alexa in the ring saying she thinks Braun's gonna win. Sasha says no, Finn's gonna win. And then they're all like, no, I'm gonna win. Kevin Owens did good. He was good in this segment. Kevin Owens was playing that true heel. I liked it. Kevin Owens was making a lot of sense. Kevin Owens in this segment, he's basically saying, you know what, Braun has an advantage. He's 7 feet tall. We're all like 6'5", and he has a height advantage. You should raise the briefcase when Braun goes up for it. And then Bobby's sitting there and stop complaining. Owens, should we lower it for you? And Owens is like, yes, actually, I would love that. So Owens doing great in his role. It wasn't an interesting segment. The most interesting thing about that segment is the new look on Baron Corbin. He's bald now. Got rid of the hairline. Nothing really happened in that segment. Nothing did. Then they went from that segment and they transitioned into a fatal 4-way for the women's to battle for momentum heading into Money in the Bank. This was a good match. Besides the commercial breaks in it, this match was pretty good. We saw Alexa Bliss hit a Twisted Bliss at one point in the match. Went back to commercial. We saw Banks do her moves with the double knees. And we saw Natalya. So what happened is, I forget who was going for a pin. They were going for a pin. Natalya, with the injured knee, came from behind, hit her in the back of the head, and then she puts her in the sharpshooter, and it ends out winning. This kind of is making me a little hesitant for my prediction of Natalya. It's making me think, you know what, maybe Ember's gonna win. I would love it if Sasha won, but I'm not 100% sure if Natalya is gonna be the winner. I was confident in my pick of Natalya based on what she has going on with Ronda, but this makes it a little more interesting for the Money in the Bank women's match. I'm not sure if they're just tricking us and Natalya's gonna win, or if it's actually gonna be Ember Moon, or maybe it's somebody else I'm not thinking of. I mean, I would love to see Sasha or Becky or anybody with actual abilities in the ring to win it. But I think Natalya's still gonna win. I'm not sure if this is gonna change anything or not. It was a really good match. And then the next one, like I tweeted this out. I was watching it late. Okay. So I got home, I was like, you know what? I guess we'll start tweeting about this. So Breezango and McIntyre and Ziggler Raw out. McIntyre and Ziggler, they took care of Breezango real easily. And then they cut a great promo on Breezango and the tag team division. He was like, this he's basically said the tag division's worthless. And then he said, example 1 and example 2, pointing at both members of Breezango. And then he said that they will take over the tag team division. And they basically told the Leader of Worlds and the B team to keep an eye on them. Drew McIntyre makes Dolph Ziggler look like $1 million. The way Dolph Ziggler looked in this segment is way better than we've seen Dolph Ziggler since SummerSlam 2016 when he was with The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship. This is the best Dolph Ziggler's looked in a long time. And Drew McIntyre, he looks real legit. The way he cut his promo on the tag division and on how lazy the company's getting, that's essentially what he's talking about. Drew McIntyre gives you a sense of legitimacy, and that's ripping off on Dolph Ziggler. Now, I would like to see Drew McIntyre in his own role. I would like to see Drew McIntyre fight a guy like a Brock Lesnar. That could be the Universal Championship match. I would like to see Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins. Sign me up for that. Anyways, highlights of the match, obviously, is the Zigzag Claymore combo, which is a beautiful tag team move. That was a really good segment. That is probably, if not my favorite segment, my top 2. And here we get into the segment where, thank God we didn't go this way. Roman Reigns, I believe, earlier in the week, tweeted Jinder Mahal that he wanted to challenge him on Raw. And I was like, or no, it was Jinder. Jinder tagged Roman. He's like, I challenge you to a fight on Monday Night Raw. Okay. You're just going to give away the pay-per-view like that? Anybody care anyways? No. So, this made me chuckle a little bit. Because he gets in the ring, Jinder Mahal, he's not good on promos. But he was out there and he's like, you know what? Roman Reigns, I'm not going to fight you tonight. But instead, you are going to fight the great, towering, shoulders over everybody, Sunil Singh. I thought he was about to say Great Khali. He said Sunil Singh. And I chuckled at that. That was funny to me. I like that. Anyways, Reigns, obviously, is not going to lose to Sunil Singh a week before the actually 6 days before the pay-per-view. Spears him pretty quickly. Beats him. Mahal from behind hits, takes a sneak attack on Roman, hits a Colossus on him. Basically what that tells me is, since Jinder was the one standing tall, and it's not a meaningful thing, a meaningful feud, that tells me Reigns is getting the win on Sunday. It wasn't really a great segment, that one, but it made me chuckle with the Sunil Singh thing. I didn't mind it. Next, we had the B Team versus Slater and Rhino. Does anybody care about the B Team? No. The B Team right now is worthless. They had 3 weeks of being together. They're already the number 1 contenders. Why? They won a pointless battle royal. Congratulations. Not going to talk much about that, but the B Team won. Do you care? No. Do I care? No. Are they even booked on the pay-per-view? No. Don't want to see it. Don't care. This is the other segment that I'm putting up there with the Drew McIntyre segment that I mentioned earlier. Seth Rollins and Elias. Now, Elias, he came out and he talked about winning the Intercontinental Championship. He started roasting Rollins as always, and he promised when he had the Intercontinental Championship, he's going to sing a number 1 hit on the billboards. Obviously Rollins came out, the men fought around, and then Seth Rollins gets a hold of the beautiful, beautiful guitar that Elias had. the guitar Elias had on the show was, it had spray painted the Intercontinental Championship over it. It had Elias all over it. It was beautiful. I would have bought that thing instantly if they put that on the auction. I would have. But Seth Rollins, he's toying around with Elias, and then he's like, I'm gonna curb stomp this. Hits a blackout curb stomp onto the beautiful guitar. The guitar was beautiful, and that made Elias pretty mad. And that was a good segment. I like that. Next was also a very good women's match. This one was between Bayley and Ruby Riott. The Riott Squad did not really do much in this match, honestly. Riott, she ended up beating Bayley. It was a pretty good match. I don't know what else to say. This match was pretty good. There was a great suplex spot onto Riott by Bayley. Bayley's shoulder was targeted during the match, and after the match, the letter R, like for Riott, was marked on the stomach of Bayley, like right where you can see your stomach. Yeah, it was a good match. Ruby Riott's turning a lot of people's heads. Ruby Riott, the way she's going right now, should be booked to high regards. She should be, if not the champion, the #1 contender. But that's not going to happen when you have somebody the caliber of Ronda Rousey there. Now, does Nia Jax deserve it? No. But Ronda Rousey, what else are you going to do? You can't sign a character like Ronda Rousey and have her lose. Next, we had Coachman in the ring with Ronda Rousey and Nia Jax. Basically, what Nia Jax said is, I was in the ring messing around with Ronda, seeing how she would react, and basically, she was just going on about how she was feeling out Ronda. This segment was actually pretty decent. What I like about the segment is how Ronda Rousey acted. She's like, you know what? People doubted me before I went in the Olympics. I did that at 17. People doubted me before I said I was going to fight in the UFC. I did that. People doubted me before I said I was going to win a championship. I did that in my 4th match. People doubted me that I would be the UFC champion, and now I'm a Hall of Famer. And then she's like, I'm Ronda Rousey. I was born ready. She said it was so much intensity. That's exactly what I was looking for. That segment was perfect for the character of Ronda Rousey. Then afterwards, a fight incurred, and Ronda, she ends up getting the armbar on Nia. The one that said she wouldn't get the armbar on her, right? Yeah, Rousey gets the armbar on Nia. The only thing I don't like about this is that what did we leave for Money in the Bank? The whole money was in Ronda getting the armbar on Nia because she's much larger than Ronda. So now she has to pin her. That's all I can think of. That's the only scenario I can think of. Next, we had a worthless segment. No Way Jose and Kurt Hawkins. No Way Jose obviously won. Kurt Hawkins tried to attack him from behind. Didn't really do anything. Did anybody care? No. Then we had a weird segment. We had an obstacle course. Sami Zayn and Bobby Lashley. Like I said, this feud is dead. The last 3 weeks has been awful. If you want somebody to die a very slow death, put them in the same type of feud that Zayn and Lashley have been in. Nobody wanted to see this. Basically, Sami Zayn was like, I'd asked a simple question last week. I asked him if he was even in the military. And then people were all giving me backlash about, you don't question somebody like that. You don't. But Sami Zayn is like, he has to prove to me by doing this obstacle course. He's 260 pounds of muscle. He's big. I'm a lean and efficient 215. And then he said that Lashley's gonna fall in the bear or fail in the bear crawl. Lashley comes out all smiles. He runs the obstacle course like an idiot. He gets like a 47-second run, and then Zayn attacks him from behind. Why would you want to run the obstacle course? They made Bobby Lashley look like an idiot. You're just gonna go out there and run an obstacle course? For what purpose? Nobody cared about the obstacle course. Nobody wanted it. Nobody even... That's probably when people took their bathroom break. If they wanted a snack at the food stand, they went. Nobody cared. And at Money in the Bank, that should be what the match at Money in the Bank, no longer than 5 minutes tops. It shouldn't be given any attention. It should just be used as a match between something like... You know what? Use it between... I don't even know what you put it between. Put it between Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles and Nakamura towards the end. Use that as a bathroom break. Use that as something to just be there, so they don't miss one of the important segments. There's only like 4 important segments on the entire Money in the Bank card, but use it as a bathroom break. Nobody cares about this feud. It's dead. Nobody wants to do it. Next we have Strowman, Balor, Roode, and Owens in a Fatal 4-Way. Fatal 4-Way. And they tried to team up on Strowman, but you know what? Strowman gave everybody these hands. It was a good match. Strowman won. Obviously, they tried to put Strowman out early. Everybody hit the finisher on him. Owens used the ladder this week, unlike last week. Makes no sense to me, but he used it. I don't know what else to say about this. He won. Strowman's not winning Money in the Bank. Anyways, stay tuned for the channel. Tomorrow morning there's gonna be the SmackDown review, and tomorrow night is gonna be the NXT review. Then on Thursday morning, you will be getting my preview and predictions for both NXT TakeOver Chicago 2, which I am really looking forward to, and then Money in the Bank. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. It's your boy Gamers Goon, and I'm out here for now.